Hey everyone, I'm Cody and you're on the channel Cody Tarot. I'm excited to get into today's reading. We're going to be looking at what blessing is coming next into your life. This could be a new relationship, a new love interest. This could be a financial situation. Maybe you guys are getting money. This could be anything really. We're going to see whatever wants to come through as far as blessings coming into your life. And yeah, that's pretty much the reading. I'm going to pull some tarot cards here to put with the stones, in case you don't like to choose based on just crystal and you want to choose based off tarot cards. At this time, if you want to choose based off just crystal for this pick a card, you can do that. How a pick a card works is we have 3 groups here, and we're going to have 3 tarot cards here as well. And you choose the group, the crystal or the card that is in that group that resonates with you the most. Then you go to the timestamps or description box. I don't know which ones I'm posting in yet for this video, but the groups and the timestamps will be there. You click on the timestamp associated with your group and it will fast forward you to your reading. Okay, let's see. So for group 1, what card do we need to pull for group 1? Let's see. We have the Fool. I'm not going to take reversals for these, FYI. So we have the Fool. So the Fool is a card for group 1. If you are drawn to group 1 and the Fool card, that would be your group. Group 2, we have the King of Swords. So if you're drawn to group 2 or the King of Swords, that would be your group. And group 3, last, we have the Devil with the pink tourmaline. So yeah, so take all the time you need to select your group. You can pause the video here if you need to. Yeah, the first crystal is Heliodor, the second crystal is Zebra Stone, and the third crystal is pink tourmaline. I don't know if I mentioned that yet for all of the crystals, but yeah, and then we have the Fool, the King of Swords, and the Devil. So yeah, one last thing before I get started. We have the 6 of Wands that just came out. This particular 6 of Wands reminds me of uniqueness. This particular 6 of Wands reminds me of fame and success and recognition. So yeah, maybe this is a sign to share a video with a friend or something like that, or push this video or like it or whatever for the algorithm or whatnot. If you're like a regular on my channel, if you're new to my channel, it's like, what is this guy doing? Promoting himself like that? Anyway, yeah, so yeah, let's get started with the reading, and I will get started with group number 1 with the Heliodor. Hey, group 1, if you picked the Heliodor, this will be your reading. So I'm really staring at this Animal Oracle deck. So I want to pull a card from here. Actually, let's see. Before I do that, I definitely want to pull a card from here. This deck is important in your reading, and I definitely want to make sure I get a card from here for your reading. But first things first, I want to roll the Astro dice to see what area of life this blessing will be in. And that's going to give me a better idea of what cards to pull. So we have Capricorn, the North Node, and the 2nd house. Okay, this is definitely career related. So let's get a career card out on the deck, on the card table, and see what blessing is coming through for group 1 related to their career, or specifically the 2nd house, their finances. What is coming in for group 1 with their finances? Why is finances a big blessing for group 1? And we have, put that over there. We have gears, money, flow, hard work, putting plans in motion, building team, taking time off, security. This is really interesting because gears make me think of something that's in motion that stays in motion. You also had, I think it was Capricorn. Where's that? Where is that? I can't find them. There it is. You also had Capricorn on your Astro dice. Let's see, you had the 2nd house. I kind of just moved these around, so I'm trying to find them again. You had the 2nd house, and I think for the planet, you have the North Node. Yeah, so there is something related to your destiny about your money situation at this time. I'm seeing something that is automatic, something that like a watch or something that once you wind it up, it's just automatic. Money just flows in, right? Yeah, you might have to do a little bit of hard work is what I'm seeing, but what I'm seeing is it's just when it's just putting plans in motion, I'm seeing this related to finances. So there's something that you guys are working on, or you have worked on, or you're thinking about working on that is going to produce fruit as far as, what's that called? Passive income. That's what they call it, passive income. So this is something that once you set it into motion, it just continues to go. Now, this could either be an investment that you're putting money into right now, some kind of like stocks or bonds or something like that, retirement account, whatever you guys are putting your money into. And that could just flow on its own and start growing very naturally and fluidly. This could also be a business proposition, or this could even be hiring someone for your business. So for example, maybe you have been running your business for quite a long time, and now you're hiring someone, and that's going to help you kind of automate your own system for your business. So this is really giving business vibes, and Capricorn does kind of remind me of that energy, kind of that slow and steady pacing towards the top kind of energy. Capricorn also personally reminds me of kind of a sense of mystery. I don't know about you guys, but every Capricorn friend I've ever had has this sense of mystery to them, as if they don't want you to figure them out, or they're trying to put up a smoke screen, or they want to keep their own space, is kind of what it seems like sometimes, to me at least. And I don't know if that's just my placements or something in my chart that makes me think that, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. And so I do think there's a little bit of mystery to this new thing, this automated career, stuff like that. With the second house thing, I think this really deals with your finances. So I think your finances are going into a flow state. Your finances are coming into a flow state where you're going to have passive income. Let's see what else. I kind of want to pull a timing card to see when this blessing will happen, or when the culmination of this blessing is. For a lot of you, you're very aware of what this is. So if you are not, you may have picked the wrong group. But at the same time, I want to pull cards for you guys if you're still not aware of what this is, to see what you can tap into to create this reality for yourself. Because it might be a reality that you've thought or dreamed about, like, yes, I want passive income. Yes, I want something where I don't have to work as hard, something like that. So I'll pull cards for you, for those of you who are not already on this path, to see what this could be, or what you could how you could utilize this reading. Let's see. So for the group that already is on the path, and they already know what they're doing, they know their business, what they're working on, this is already resonating with them fully. This is the people in this group that are going to get the most bang for their buck out of this reading. But let's see the timing for that event. We have October. So it's about going to take a full year, I would say, at the time of this reading. These are timeless readings. So if you come back to this or you see it later, October could be a big month for a lot of this stuff being put into motion. For some of you watching this reading is just confirmation that what you did in October was beneficial, and you are ready to receive benefits from it, or you're already receiving benefits from it. As far as next blessings go, for most of you who chose this reading with that intention to see the next blessings, this is something that maybe also was put into play in October, but needs to take a full year cycle to come to completion, something like that. So maybe next October is when this really fully takes off, and you really have this passive income, and it's really flowing, and there's a really big stream of it, or something like that. And you really feel fulfilled in the fact that this thing is just automated and going on its own. Now, this automated thing doesn't necessarily have to be income, although I believe it is. If we had the sixth house, right here, if we had the sixth house, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. If we have the sixth house, this would be employees and subordinates. This would be people who are working for you. It would be automated. But I feel this is also relevant for some of you, but this would be hiring someone to do certain work in your company, and you pay them. And that's what kind of automates the whole process, right? And then you can kind of get passive income from that. But with the second house here, this is really feeling like something else that you set up that just generates income on its own. Okay, I do want to pull some cards for some people who are, let's pull some career cards here for people who are not really aware of what they could do to generate this passive income, but they're really resonating with this reading. Like maybe you've always dreamed of really having some passive income or something like that. So let's see what some cards are for here. We have parenthood, we have student, and we have transporter. Interesting. Okay. I'm seeing for a lot of you who don't really know what passive income you could create, there's something with parenthood and students and travel that could be beneficial. So for example, you could run like a company that does buses, something like that. You could also, this is saying don't forget to nurture and treat yourself while you work hard toward your goals. I'm trying to think of what else this could be. You could automate some kind of traveling system or something like that, or automate some kind of thing where you hire people out to pick people up from like classes or something like that, or you help students get home safely or something, so parents don't have to pick kids up from school, something like that. This could all be stuff that, like with transporter, student, and parenthood, could be relevant. I do feel called to pull from a different deck just to get more clarification. But if these cards are relevant for you guys, please do take them. Something about this passive income is going to help you with a few different things, right? Like, first of all, I think you'll be able to study and educate yourself more, which I think a lot of you are really into. With parenthood here, I think if you have kids, for a lot of you, this passive income is good because it helps with parenting your child, something like that. There's also a feeling for some of you of having your child earn income early in life and then putting that money into an account and then that money growing. So you're really securing your child's financial future. So for a lot of you, this passive income is specifically for your children and their financial future. So it's like you get to generate passive income, but it's not because it's your child doing the work, right? Maybe you're filming YouTube videos of like babies doing funny things or something like that. And so it's like, oh, here's babies doing funny things. And then that generates some income. And ultimately, like, you can put that away for your child's future. So when they're older, they have this kind of like little nest egg that you've set aside for them based on their earned income that grows, and they can, have that in their future. Transporter is interesting. I do think there could be this feeling of like, this is reminding me of an airport, honestly. So there could be something passive income related to an airport, or if some of you are into IT or tech or something like that, you could be making some kind of automated system for airports or something like that, and then that sells on its own. Student just reminds me of like learning and like education, and how maybe for a lot of you with this passive income thing, there just needs to be more research involved with it. So for example, I do think that there needs to be more research on your end as far as like how to generate passive income. What do I want to do to generate passive income? Stuff like that. Really digging deep into the research is going to be very beneficial here. I'm going to move these cards off to the side. And I want to pull some tarot cards now. This is a tarot channel. So I want to get some tarot cards for any other information that we can get for this reading, for the blessing that is coming for you financially. It's interesting, this says taking time off. I do think you'll be able to take some time off once this passive income starts generating on its own. There'll be a lot more free time to spend with your kids, free time to study and do what you want, free time to travel and take trips. I am feeling like this passive income thing is when it's going to come in quickly and intensely. I see this Knight of Swords energy. There is a feeling here of another blessing that there is someone who's leaving your life, is what it feels like. That's kind of an intense person. And with the Emperor here, there's a reason for this lesson, is because for those of you who are hiring people, you're not supposed to be like a super intense boss. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting for you guys, is you're not supposed to be this like super intense boss, the super intense persona that's like super dominating or controlling. I see you giving a lot of freedom to the people in your company or the people that are working for you. But also at the same time, I see there's this feeling of flow state when it comes to your passive income. This is a destined thing on your path with the North Node here. And I think it just coincides with a little bit of heartbreak at the same time. Specifically with someone, though, who's not good for you and you're already ready to let go of them. You're just like, I just got to let go of them. I just got to make the motion to let go. You know, like I just have to take that step to let go. But this person is actually, the way this is catalyzing and the way it's happening, this person is helping you become a better leader. It's helping you become the leader that you envision within yourself. Also, I feel like there's a feeling of coming into a strong sense of inner masculinity for a lot of you, whether you're female or male watching my channel, no matter what your gender or your orientation. There is a feeling of inner strength that is coming for a lot of you, and inner authority. So this is the kind of vibe that, like, one of your blessings that's coming is inner authority, inner truths that can be expressed in a way that creates safety and security in your environment. They say the best emperor or the best king, the best leader makes their country or their constituents feel safe, you know? So I see that with you guys. I feel there's like a feeling of safety. This person that you're leaving behind, it's like a 3 strikes you're out kind of vibe. This person has done you wrong a few times, and I don't know, the universe is saying, like, it's not, you know, I feel like you guys, the last thing you want after this person is another relationship, which is so interesting. I feel like there's a feeling too that people are like, oh, you just need to get back out there. And you're like, no, I don't. I need to work on, like, my income, my security, my family, my children, all this kind of stuff, right? My education. What do I want to learn? What do I want to study? What do I want to get involved with? And then on top of that, just like travel. Like, where do I want to go? What do I want to see? Who do I want to see it with? That kind of thing. You know, maybe you guys invite some friends on a trip or something like that. I want to pull one more card just to wrap up the reading. Let's see here. What does group 1 need to know about this next blessing coming in? Is there anything I'm missing in this reading? What does group 1 need to know? Yeah, guys, this is a brand new chapter. Brand new chapter for you. Totally and completely brand new. Yeah, your North Node might be transiting something in your chart that is triggering all of this. But yeah, transition to the next life, moving on. It's just new. It's new. It's you'll be letting go of a lot in this period of time to make way for all this new stuff. Get ready for more time on your hands, more freedom, the income to do more things. You're leveling up for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to end the reading here. If you want to, you can like or comment below. I also offer personal readings on an Etsy platform where you can purchase them. And there's affordable ones, there's more expensive ones. There's basically a range for everyone. And yeah, subscribe if you feel like this reading really resonated and you want to join the Cody Tarot team. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, group 2, let's see what area of life and what blessing is coming to you. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta remove some jewelry real quick. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so lighter already. Okay, so let's see here. I want to get an astro dice for those who picked either the King of Swords or the Zebra Stone and see what blessing or what next big, huge blessing is coming into your guys' life. What area is that in? We have the 11th house, we have the Sun, and we have Leo. Okay, this has to do with your fame or your reputation. That would also be 10th house, I get it. But Leo is like the center of things. Like Leo is the sun, and we have Leo and the sun here. So there's this vibe with 11th house of like a fans or an audience, something like that. So it doesn't just mean like your fame reputation is like how you're seen, but it's like how your audience is being perceived. This can also be how your friends are doing, stuff like that. This is honestly, because it's a reading about you guys, it's a blessing reflecting you. So the 11th house is like second house to the 10th, right? So it's rewards or material gain reflected from the reputation. So the cool thing about this is that I'm seeing is that, first of all, it does feel like good things are happening to the people you are working with. So say you are in a specific career, right? Say you are working in a specific career. That would be whatever your job is. The people who are profiting from, well, the people who are, how do I put this? Benefiting from that job or that are associated with that job. Like I would even go as far to say like your customers or people that it's very resounding that you guys are selling a good product essentially. Now, if this reading turns into a love situation, this could even be the fact that one of your friends who you've been noticing more and more and more. You know, it's almost like when the sun breaks through the horizon line and it's like, wow, it's getting brighter, it's getting brighter, it's getting brighter. Oh shoot, there's the sun. That could be something that's happening with a friendship that could be turning into a relationship, because the 11th house is very social and people focused. Whatever the case may be, this is a people focused reading. So let's get into the rest of it. I'm gonna move these up here. Yeah, so what do I want to, I just realized I was supposed to pull an animal oracle card for the last group and I totally didn't, I totally spaced. But let's see, people-focused stuff. I think we need to get a love situation. Or no, the character oracle. Let's see. Character oracle mixed with a love card. I think that would do the trick for the beginning of this reading. Let's pick a card. So let's see. Okay, we have civil servant, guardian of public goods, public official, administrative duty, public administration. Let's pull one more. And we have revolutionist. Oh, champion of transformation, freedom fighter, pursuer of welfare, justice. This is screaming Uranus energy. Let's get a love story oracle card out on the table. You know, there totally needs to be a friendship oracle. I really feel like there should be a friendship oracle. That would be so cool. Okay, friendship oracle deck. You know, stuff that happens with your friends. That could just be an oracle deck for that. Would love that. Okay, let's see what's coming out for love. We have spark. This is so interesting. Oh, okay, hold on. Whoa, I'm getting tingles. You guys have the inside scoop on something that's happening in our society, and you are spot on with that insight. That's the first thing I want to point out to you guys. There's something that you think is going on in society and you are spot on. Now, be careful, because there are a lot of like conspiracy theories out there that are just like not true. And there are probably some that are true. So it's just one of those things where you have to use your own discernment to know which ones are real and which ones are not real, right? Obviously, you know, use critical thinking, use your rational mind, stuff like that. But from what I can tell, you guys are really spot on about something going on in our society right now. What I'm seeing is this will be reflected in the people around you. So for example, revolutionist here, I feel like you guys yourselves are quite inspiring people, or you're attracting an inspiring person into your life, someone who kind of rallies the troops and gets people going and gets people moving. One thing that I'm seeing with the King of Swords energy, I normally don't like to read the indicator cards, but it does feel like there's someone in a position of authority, right, that I'm seeing here, whether that's you or someone else. This feels amiable, and it feels like there's a sharing of ideas. There's a connection. There's like, wow, I totally thought I was the only one who thought this about like the government, or I totally thought I was the only one who thought this about like people in like the people that are in service to the government, stuff like that. There's a strong vibe here that this is something, the next big thing coming to you is this moment where you're going to be like, I knew it, and I was right all along. That's kind of the moment that I'm seeing for you guys coming up soon. It's like, I knew it. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. With the sun, it's reminding me of illumination, and Leo reminds me of like, wow, this is so intense. There will be people shifting sides. If you've told people about this theory and then it comes true, there'll be so many loyal people to your cause, because there's something about you saying something that like attracts, like, it's not controversy, it's just discussion. Like, I don't quite see it as controversy. It's like it attracts discussion, because people are like, well, how is that? Like, it invites more questions than it answers. And that's because you guys can't like explain how you know this, right? It's like, I can't explain how I know this. Like, it's just my intuition. Like, I know this is going on behind the scenes. This feels very much like you guys are world... I get readings like this on my channel sometimes with some of my intuitives that watch my channel for whatever reason are really tied into world events. Like their intuition like informs them about world concepts, world events, stuff like that. For me, my intuition is more focused on personal, interrelational, things that happen within ourselves and our own sense of self, like the inner world, basically. But some people have an intuition that's so keen and so spot on for outer world events, it's insane. And I'm seeing you guys have that. With Revolutionist here, I feel like it's been a long time coming that one of your intuitive hits has come true. Like, not that the other ones don't come true, it's just that it's one of those things where it's like, I'm feeling you guys haven't gotten an intuitive hit for a while about something in the government. It's like this one that you've been holding on to, and you're like, I know it's there, I know it's there, I know it's there. We just have to see if it's coming true. This is a feeling of this coming true and you rallying a bunch of people to your cause, because I feel like you've been talking about this particular thing happening in our society for quite a while. And with spark here, this is like mutual ignition. That means there's probably other people who've thought this, but they didn't know if it was like for sure happening or not, but you were the one that was talking about it. That's the thing. You were the one that was bringing it up in conversation. You were the one that was saying, I know this is going on. And for a lot of you, it's not even like you're relating to a conspiracy theory or something like that. It's like something you thought of yourself. It's not even like you read it online or you saw it on a podcast, something like that. It's like, I thought this myself, and like, I shared it with a few people, but now it's about time. The cards are saying, feel free to share this with a little bit more people, obviously people you trust, right? I don't know how far out this theory goes that you guys have, but you have to do a rationality check on like, not just the theory, but like, how is it going to be perceived when I tell people this theory, right? Because once it comes true, that's a moment where sure, tell people, like say whatever, that's kind of the vibe here. But obviously people you trust, but then it's one of those things too, where like, I feel like you guys want the credit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know that I was right. I want to know that like I was right before anyone else knew this thing, This has to do with civil servants, people in the government, people who are working in government agencies, stuff like that. With Leo here, I think this is dealing with people who are like front and center stage, political divas, something like that. The sun talks about illumination, and the 11th house talks about a lot of people changing to your perspective. Something about you guys pulling in an audience when it comes to this, right? I don't think this is actually about career anymore, and I don't think this is necessarily about love. I think this is about your intuition. I think this is about being right. I think this is about how you guys dream, what you dream of a reality in your future. It's also what you fear in your reality in your future, and it's bringing that into fruition. I do think you guys are going to have some kind of platform of some kind. Let me pull a chakra oracle card to see what's coming up next. But there is this strong vibe of having some kind of a platform where you can share this and gaining an audience or something like that because of your intuitive hits or something like that. Fun fact, guys, I tried to do a political tarot reading on my Instagram a while ago. You can watch it. It's over, on my Instagram. But I don't know, I thought, my dad was like, oh no, that's right. But it wasn't like to my caliber of how I view an intuitive that interprets world events would really operate. And I think you guys have that potential. Whereas for me, it's a little harder of a gift to develop. But let's see what you guys have coming through with the chakra cards. And maybe you guys are bad at interpersonal stuff. You have a hard time interpreting how relationships play out, stuff like that. But world events, you really have a grip on it. Sacred reverence. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like you guys feel like your intuitive hits that you get, you need to keep them from the world because it almost seems too frightening for you guys to share them or something like that. We have 4 and 7 over here. And this is this duality or dichotomy between what's stable and what's a roller coaster ride. Because at this point in my life with numbers, I see 7 as the roller coaster ride. I see 4 as what's stable, what's structured, what's unchanging. What are we going to keep? How are we going to support people? Right? So it's how are we going to support people how can I support people if this idea that I have, this intuitive idea just creates more chaos and more of a roller coaster ride, right? It's I'd rather just know myself that the roller coaster's coming so I can be prepared to support when needed. So for some of you, you only are going to share this intuitive insight with just quite a few trusted people. It's not something you're going to branch out about. But I do see this coming in a way how do I put it? I do see you guys helping people prepare for the roller coaster ride. Hopefully that makes sense. It's I see the event coming. I'm helping you prepare for it. I'm warning you about what's to come. That kind of vibe, right? You're warning people about the risks and the dangers and the things that are coming. But I think this is something that you gain an audience for. There's something about gaining an audience. I want to pull a career card just to see if this becomes a career or not, or if this is just something that you do for fun on YouTube or something like that. Let's see, what do I pull? We have Clover. We have lucky break, gamble, good fortune, chance, finance, outdoors, risky business, surprises. Yeah, risky business. business. I'm going to go with the lowest factor on this card first. It's risky. It's risky to put your opinion out there in a politically charged climate. It's risky. It inspires a lot of controversy. It can inspire people to like actively debate on your channel, stuff like that. It can also inspire like flat out conflict. Yeah. But the truth is you will have, there's a feeling of a lucky break and a gamble that's paying off here, and you will have good fortune, right? Chance is really big here, right? The element of chance, the element of gambling on like, is this thing that I'm trying to protect people from really going to happen? Like, am I really ahead of the game? You know, gamble is kind of how you guys feel when you use your intuition, you know? It almost feels like you guys are like taking a chance. You're playing on the like a poker table or something like that. A lot of you might even be into gambling specifically, and you've probably tried to use your intuition for gambling in the past, and maybe that didn't really work out. But I'm seeing this is more a higher cause for you guys. This is more of a higher cause. You're really trying to bring people good fortune, and you're really trying to prevent people from having to suffer in this world, is what I'm seeing. Outdoors is interesting. I really feel like grounding yourself outdoors, spending a lot of time outdoors is going to connect you more to the earth energies that are around you. And you will be able to pick up signs and synchronicities about world events through being outdoors. It's almost like I'm seeing you guys, something about watching the news, and then like for a lot of you, if you have a TV and you watch the news outdoors, that could be something that could be beneficial. You know, not a lot of people do that, but I would say that could be beneficial if you watch the news on your phone, or you read newspaper articles through like an app or something on your phone, and you are gaining information like that, so you can make your intuitive discern intuitively what's going to happen. Doing it outdoors could be a way to like really understand how this the trends are going to flow in from the rest of the world, and understanding how what's your place in those trends to be able to protect people that are your audience, that do rely on you. Like whether that's just like 3 friends, or whether that's just like a whole community on a social media page, whatever the case may be, right? You do have good fortune and lucky break. So I really feel like this is going to be something that is going to improve your fortune ultimately. Very strongly, it feels like that. Let me get one more card to wrap up the reading. I'm not really timing these readings, so apologies if this one's longer or the other one's shorter, or the different files are different lengths. Let's see what we have. Ignite passion. That's the other thing that I'm seeing here, is you can ignite passion in people as well. Yeah, it's like this symbol right here is like this straight line representing someone who is sturdy, like erect, not unmoving. And then this is like the flickering flame that like runs through a person's body to get them ignited from the ground up. You guys actually might feel more energized when you ground yourself. Maybe you're a little spacey and tired often, to the point where you're like, wow, I really don't feel like doing anything because my head feels heavy and I feel spacey. But as soon as you ground yourself, maybe you stand barefoot in the earth or something like that, all of that energy that you are experiencing in your body, that spaciness, you can push it into the ground. And then I'm seeing the earth igniting you from below. It's like the earth's core is igniting you, right? You guys might really relate to being protectors of the earth specifically. And also with fire here, you might really relate to bringing the light to certain people in their lives and stuff like that. But ultimately, I see you more growing into this position of being someone who protects people from bigger trends around them. Like, hey, this is going to happen. Like, we need to talk about this. Like, this is going to happen. Like, we need to talk about this, like that kind of thing, right? And I'm seeing a lot of you get really upset with people who like watch conspiracy theories and stuff, because it's like, you're like, okay, not every conspiracy theory is accurate, but like you guys get your downloads from within. Like it's not even, or from the earth. Like it feels like it's from the earth too, but you guys get your downloads from like within. It's not really related to, like you guys watch all that stuff, but it's not really related to that. It's like, oh, I really know that this is true, or I really know that this is going on, or I see behind the curtain of this news article what is really happening, stuff like that. Very, very special gift, guys. I really encourage you to develop it. You don't have to, obviously, like you don't have to take any of my advice on this channel, but this is definitely what I think the next big thing coming for you. And my air just turned off for confirmation. That's just another thing I need to reiterate now then. You never have to watch something, do something that you don't want to do. If you don't want to, how do I put this? This lucky break is coming, and the lucky break is pretty much just being like, yeah, I told you so. To those people that you have been talking to, right? I told you this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. But besides that, you don't have to become some big political mogul or whatever. You know, maybe you guys really do like to keep to yourselves. Maybe you really do want to just tell only a few friends, right? But this is a lot of friends coming up to you and being like, wow, you were right. Wow, you were spot on. Wow, you really understood what was going on. And it's gaining a loyal following, or at least people who respect where your intuition's coming from and respect your ideas and respect what you're doing in this world. And like I said, spark, there's a feeling of igniting some new friendships, maybe even from people who maybe you've talked to and they haven't been around much or something, but maybe they come back and they're like, hey, wow, cool, you said this and I totally saw this on the news lately and it really came true, something like that. So yeah, I hope this reading resonated for you guys. If you liked it, you can like or comment below. If you are curious about subscribing, feel free to do that. Also, I offer personal readings on my Etsy page. If you are curious about a personal one, about like anything going on in your life, you can ask pretty much anything. I do, if it's an inappropriate question or something, I'll write back and I'll say like, I can't answer this or whatever. You can change your question or I'll refund you, whatever. But yeah, catch you guys later. Bye. Okay, group 3, let's get into your reading. You picked the Devil card and the pink tourmaline. I'm feeling a little slower, like my speech is slowed down. I did just eat a piece of cheese. Who knows, maybe that's slowing down my speech. But I'm feeling at a slower pace to give this reading. So let's see, let's start with the lovely Astro Dice to see what your blessing that's coming in is going to be. We have Libra, we have Neptune, and we have the 6th house. Okay, let's see here. Looks like there's a feeling of the work in a work situation being divided equally among people in the work situation. So this is giving very much career type vibes or service oriented vibes. Maybe someone has felt like a quote unquote slave driver to you. They've just been pushing you super hard and not paying you enough. And maybe someone's dumping all the work on you, something like that. We have this Libra energy here, which maybe is a person, maybe it's just the energy of balance represented here, but it's going to be evening out. So whoever is not pulling their fair share is going to have to pull their fair share. With Neptune here, this is blurring the boundaries between tasks. And in this situation, I'm seeing this as a really good thing. In the past, it hasn't been. It's been like, oh yeah, any of us can do this, but I'm not gonna do it. And because I'm not gonna do it, you're gonna have to do it. Because if none of us do it, we're gonna get in trouble and blah, 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 blah. But this is different here. This is a balancing of this energy. And it's making it so everyone has to pull equal weight in this company or this place of wherever you guys are working. The 6th house does make me think of companies. It makes me think of people who are in service to someone else or who are kind of like working for someone else. In general, the 6th house makes me think of service. So there is this vibe that like everyone will be of service instead of just you having to be the one to be of service all the time. It's a very diplomatic kind of energy. I do think people, whether this is coworkers leaving the work environment and you gaining new coworkers in the place that you work, there's something coming through where you really work well with your coworkers up in the future, something like that. It does feel kind of like psychic communication with work specifically, not like that you're aware of everything in your life. It's just that like, it feels like a psychic kind of connection through work. Like they know exactly when to pass you the stapler to staple the papers or whatever. They know exactly what tool to pass you before you even know you need it when you're fixing that car tire at the mechanic shop, you know? If you guys have been on my channel for a while, I have like certain careers I like specifically go to, and it's like, I don't know if anyone watching tarot is like a mechanic at a car shop, but still, I just like, I don't know, I use the examples anyway. Yeah, so let's get into your reading. I'm gonna pull this Animal Oracle card. I really feel called to for this group, really to describe the type of people coming in or the type of workers coming in. We got 2 here. We have Frog Spirit and Dove Spirit. Cool, cool, cool. Put them right there. Yeah, we have some people coming in who are really neat freaks, really, really clean. Maybe you guys have had to clean a lot at your job or something, and there's someone coming in that loves the cleaning parts of the job, right? Also, we have someone who's a diplomat that's coming into the work environment. So for example, this is a person who is, for a lot of you, this is gonna be just one or the other person coming in. Like if your company's only hiring one other person to come in, for whatever reason, it's just gonna be one. But if they're hiring a bunch of people, you might see both of these personalities. Anyway, Frog Spirit is the person who cleans up like loves to clean up the messes, loves to clean up all the stuff. If you know frogs, they eat flies, right? And if you've ever experienced working, like being in, I mean, everyone knows what a fly, right? They land on you and they land on you and land, no matter how much you swat them away, they will keep bothering you, right? This person might actually be really good at dealing with customers in that way. Say you work at a restaurant, right? And you have customers who are like really needy or really like always wanting your attention. And you guys are like, oh my gosh, like I just went to this table, whatever the case may be. This is the type of person who knows how to like give those, this is someone who anticipates needs. That's something I'm feeling, something I saw with the Astro Dice. There's someone here who knows how to anticipate needs ahead of time. That's where the psychic work environment kind of comes into play, right? Like maybe you guys are a little spacey yourselves sometimes and you're like, oh, I forgot the honey mustard for table 5 or whatever. This person's like, oh, it's right here. I brought it out for you because I knew you'd forget it. Wow. What? I'm sorry, I'm hearing the ladder clanking outside. There's a guy on a ladder fixing something in the, like an antenna or something. I thought someone was at the door, but it might be that this person, I mean, what would that sign mean? I can't think of anything right now, so I'll just skip it for now. If I hear the ladder again and I think of something, I'll let you guys know. But then the dove spirit person, right? This is someone who is very, negotiates very well. Like this is someone who's really good at like bringing different warring parties and getting their opinions heard by the other one and getting them to like change their behavior is kind of what I'm seeing. 2 and 1 is 3. So I feel like this harmony that this person creates is very creative. It's something that's inspiring. They just get inspired ideas like that no one else would think of. It's like, man, I never knew how I was going to work with Sarah effectively for whatever reason. And Sarah just is like such a, sorry, I'm not going to say that word. You guys are probably thinking the word that I'm about to say. Just whatever word you thought of when you thought of this person that it works with you. But yeah, basically this person is just going to think of these inspiring ideas of how you and this other person, Sarah, my quote unquote Sarah person, sorry if your name's Sarah and I'm demonizing your name right now, but how you guys would work well together, or how it would become functional, right? So those are the characters coming in, the people coming in. I want to see if there's anything else. I mean, this feels career-ish, but it does feel more like work related, and it feels more like camaraderie. 6th house is also health, but I don't do medical at my channel, so, but let's see if it is, let's see what else comes through. I want to pull one of these cards. Let's see what else comes through. But yeah, the main blessing is either getting new coworkers shifting around, you changing a particular boss, something like that. Like some boss could be changing. But let's see what's going on here. We have earth, element, solid ground. Yeah, this is very practical. There's not too much love energy here. It's not like you're gonna have like an affair with one of these coworkers or anything like that. It does feel like you have a psychic connection with them. And it does feel very balanced. Like and I feel like you guys are just so like, I'm feeling the gratitude on the end of this video. Like a lot of you are just like, oh my gosh, like thank goodness. Like I was about to quit my job. Like there, you know, like something like that. Like there's a feeling of you guys were ready to go, you know? You're like, man, the economy's bad, but should I quit? Should I try to get a new one? But I'm seeing that there's some people coming in that are switching out for some people that are going out, that kind of vibe. Earth element, solid grounding. This is kind of the energy of taking like energy from the heaven and like spinning it through your body and putting it back down on the earth. So how do I put this? I think the dove spirit is the main conduit for this energy. It feels like the dove spirit person is someone who brings ideas from the heavens and brings it down and grounds them in the work environment. This is the person who's the most airy. They're going to need a little bit more freedom in the work environment. They might actually be like, oh, can I take an extra break? Something like that. And everyone's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like you literally solved the problem I had with Sarah. That was like 4 years running, you know, like I had no clue she was just like this, and she had no clue I just needed this. And it's like, you fixed us. Like, go take your break. Like, take your extra 10, you know? And then the frog spirit person, what's the 8 and the 2? Let's see, 8, 9, 10, singular. The frog spirit person might be a more independent person, but they're always there when you need them. So it's like you don't communicate with them, or they're not that social, but then it's like they're always, like I said with table 5, they have the honey mustard. You may have forgotten the honey mustard. They have the honey mustard. If they're in a mechanic shop, they might not talk too much, but they're there and they're passing you the right instrument at the right time, you know? I think they communicate as necessary for what needs to get done in the work environment, right? But as far as like overly being chit-chatty and stuff like that, I think this person is just more focused on like keeping everything organized, clean, being anticipating the needs in the work environment, and they have a secret pleasure in this. I feel like this person has a secret pleasure in doing this, even though outwardly they might not be as social as you guys are used to with people on your team. But I am hearing that this is actually a good thing for a lot of you, because a lot of you were really annoyed with people at work trying to distract you and get you off projects. Air just turned off, major confirmation. I feel like you guys, when you're at work, you actually do want to work, and you've gotten in trouble for talking at work and stuff like that because you've had some chatty employees, chatty people who are kind of just jumping down your throat with whatever they want to say and distracting you. I feel like you guys like to stay focused. So this person is definitely a person who's not that distracting to you. So yeah, let's see. I want to pull some tarot cards for this, just to get a few little more elements of how this is going to happen. How is this going to happen? I want to pull a time card for Win too. How is this going to happen? Let's pull. Oh. Simple. Let's see if there's another card that comes out. There's a few things going on for a lot of different ones. So for some of you, someone might actually steal money from the job that you're at, and they get caught, and they've been like taking money out of the register, something like that. That could be something that's for some of you. Someone could have stolen intellectual property from the company and was caught doing something where they took some property home or something, or shared it with someone that they shouldn't have. That's another case of the Seven of Swords. This can also indicate just shady behavior in general, and that's why these people are being let go of your job. Ten of Cups talks about just happy family. Like once these new people come in, the work environment's great. It's a lot better. It's a lot clearer. It's a lot more cohesive. There's a community here. I also think your immediate family is going to benefit tremendously if you have like kids or a spouse, or like mom and dad, or your brother or sister, whatever the case may be. Your immediate family is going to benefit tremendously from your better attitude, from being at work. People are like, wow, a lot has changed. And you're like, yeah, because work is fun now. Like we hired the right people. Like work is good. Like work is a good time. And King of Cups does talk about, for those of you who do resonate with the fact that you are having issues with a boss or an authority figure, a more empathetic boss coming in to the picture. These fish down here that are flying up out of the water, it's reminding me of like people rejoicing and people being like happy that this new boss is here. So something like that. Even though the boss feels like, with this outfit and stuff, I feel like the boss is a little odd or unusual. Sometimes I get that with the cup energies, like especially the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. There's like an odd or unusual quality to the boss or something like that. But ultimately more empathetic, more focused on the needs of the workers. Yeah, I'm very happy for you guys, actually. Let's get a timing card for when this is going to happen. I'll get two, actually. I'm being told to take two timing cards, because for one of you, it's going to be one timing, and for the other, it's going to be the other timing. So for some of you, it's going to be in September. And for others of you, it's going to be at a special date. Wow. Okay, so this could be at September or at a special date. I'm seeing a lot of pink in these cards, which reminds me of the higher heart chakra, as it relates to the root chakra, right? Because I do feel like green is the color of the heart chakra. We have a lot of green elements here. However, pink is like the heart chakra, but I also associate it as like the heart chakra linked into the root, because pink is kind of also associated with the heart, like rose quartz and stuff, but then it's also like has these reddish tints to it and stuff. So I feel like safety, right? It's like safety, comfortability, groundedness. Now, September is interesting here because for some of you with this reading just passing over, we're in November right now, these readings are timeless. So if you saw this reading and it's like September next month, it's probably going to be in September when this thing happens. But as far as me doing a timing event from the current point, it would be about 10 months from now that this is changing in your work environment. Honestly, it's going to be like a complete overhaul. It's kind of the best way I can describe it. We also have at a special date. So this is something that's going to happen at like a celebration or a birthday party, or like you're going to find out about it at like a wedding or something like that. Some person's at your wedding that you work with, or someone's wedding that you work with. Weird. I said your wedding? Wow. Maybe these things happen when you get married. I don't know if you're planning on getting married, but we do have the 10 of Cups here, which is the happy family card. It might be that the universe is saying, if, we approve of the partner you're seeing currently. And if you guys, Wow. Now, the thing is, this is the next blessing to happen, the next big blessing. So what I'm thinking too here, with it being September, depending on when you're watching this video, right? It's timeless, but there's a feeling I have here too of like, what is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to take a pause in the reading and think of what I just thought of and see if I can find it again. What was that? I can't think of it. Yeah, I'm stuck on this wedding thing that you guys are maybe having this all happening at a wedding. If you have a wedding coming up or a friend's wedding, you'll hear this news at a wedding, right? I think in September is the appreciation month. That's what I think. I think when September rolls around, you're like, wow, I can't believe how better it's gotten at this job. Something like that. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Some of you are manifesting a new job, a new place of employment where you're fully leaving one job and moving into another one. This job will probably happen in September. Say you're really fully done with this job, things are not changing, you choose to leave, you will get a job with the empathetic, odd boss, right? Albeit odd, empathetic, but albeit odd boss. And with the peaceful coworker and the clean up the clutter coworker, all manifesting and fully coming to fruition in September. So keep that in mind. It might be a 10-month process, right? We also have Neptune here, which Neptune moves very slowly as a planet. So that's the speed of this situation, right? Obviously, the economy, like right now, I mean, I don't know I don't know what your situation is, honestly, because everyone has an individual situation when it comes to finances. But if you know that if say you're watching this video and you're in a period of your life where it's difficult to get work, my recommendation would be to stay at this job. Obviously, follow your own judgment, right? Follow your own judgment. I am not. I'm just telling you the things that are happening. I don't necessarily know like the decisions you should make. Does that make sense? Yeah, so follow your own judgment, but this could be something that manifests in, I'm just telling you, it's a longer term kind of thing. It's a longer viewpoint. It's about a year-long process is kind of what I'm seeing for this. But yeah, at a special date, I think this is where the news comes in. It's like you're at a wedding or a birthday party or someone's graduation or some special night out where your family goes out to eat or something like that. And you hear about it. You like run into someone, you hear about it. You hear someone, stole from the cash register or whatever, or you hear that someone took intellectual property from the company and, took it home or something, or they took their laptop home and that's a big no-no and they're getting fired and we got to bring in new people and stuff like that. And I think secretly in your head at this special date, you're going, yes, 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 yes. Best birthday ever, best wedding ever. I don't know. Like that's the vibe I get from you guys. It's okay to feel that way, honestly. Like, I know that something bad's happening to someone, but they did something wrong also. And it's just what it is. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next pick a card. If you feel like it, you can like or comment below. Also, you can subscribe. And I also offer tarot readings on my Etsy page. It's like I have affordable ones and expensive ones. So you can choose what you want. Yeah. So catch you guys later. Bye.